Greetings, everyone. Thank you for coming today. I will try to be short. I had a longer presentation, but I will just go through some of the things that Split Dalmatia County did, and we'll do a checklist on work package 5 and other work packages, but 5 is the main. I would like to welcome you to the second day of the steering committee meeting, final, and it's nice to see you all here. It's a pleasure, I must say, it was a pleasure to work with all of you. I must congratulate Adolfo for being a good leader. Also, Lorenzo, very good financial advisor. Thank you so much. Communication was great between you two. Hopefully all the problems we have and minor adjustments we need to do, we'll do it by the end of the project. We have a few days left, so I guess it will be done. I'm sad to see that Lisa couldn't make it. Actually, the work package 2 is now the only work package that needs much attention, but we will help each of us, I hope, as much as we can to finalize the work package. I will skip these budgets. So we had these are some of the results of Split Dalmatia County. We had the first SC meeting in Split in 2019, which was very successful. Up until a few days ago, we did 6 work cafes in total. 2 info days were organized. One was on the university campus, the other one was in the city. 5 thematic equipment procurements so far. It was not easy, but one is still ongoing. Hopefully it will be done by Tuesday. 11 service procurements for consultants for different kind of services, and yes, it was a very busy few months, these last few months. We did a lecture about the project and EDSS platform on the university. Mr. Petar Vitas, our second consultant, which works closely with Igor Milic, did a lecture, and I did also introductory to the project to the students. It was a good lecture. So yeah, we did that also. One international conference on disaster management, which was in Split last year. We also did that. Basically, training of civil protection operators was done 2 times, but Igor will do a 3rd training for the Croatian partners, probably in the last week of June. So I invite Dubrovnik and Zadar and everybody else that is interested, maybe university. Also, Igor will do a separate training for the use of EDSS platform. Also, Igor told me that he will try to proactively involve as much as civil protection operators all around Croatia to inform them about the existence of the platform and try to live this on the state level so that everyone is aware, and because he has a good connections all around, so hopefully we will find other partners to use the platform as well. We had 2 campaigns involving 400 children, 1,200 adults, which were all done so far. One is still ongoing, but we are close to the number we need to be, so hopefully by the end of the project that will be done also. Civil protection exercise on school evacuation was organized the last month. It involved 200 children from I think 3rd till 8th grade, or 5th to 8th grade. There was a project I introduced the project to the children. I talked a little bit about the EDSS platform and how the children can use the social networks to, connect to the platform. And then we did a drill, school evacuation drill, and then also we did a drill on how to use fire extinguishers and so on. It was very interesting to the children, and we hand over a lot of promotion materials and so on. Those children were also included in the citizenship awareness campaign, in the pilot deployment, and also all that. Final report on functionality of the EDSS platform will be done when we do the 2 drills. So this was the first SC meeting in Split, a few pictures to remember. 6 work cafes were all done mainly in the county premises. Last one was 3 days ago. It was the biggest one yet. We also procured the boats St. Jeronim. It was 2 years ago. It will be so we are planning two big exercises on the 21st and 23rd of June. Public will be present. It will be 150, 200 people involved at least. Civil protection only will be 70, 80 people from civil protection involved in both exercises. So the boat will be used in one of the sea exercises for oil spills and marine incidents. And we will try to use these exercises to test the platform in real-life scenarios. So I will have public present. They will be briefed on how the platform works, and hopefully they can test the platform on the spot. Thematic equipment handover was also done last month, by the end of the month. May the 11th. A lot of thematic equipment was procured, infrared camera, thermal camera, ICT equipment for the use of the platform, and radio communication equipment and devices. This was a school evacuation drill that was conducted in the school Kamenshine in Split. It was a very successful demonstration of what the fire department does, and we used the opportunity to educate children about the platform and to include them into pilot deployment. Sorry. This was also a presentation in the University of Split. Mr. Petar Vitas was presenting for the civil protection, and I was presenting the platform itself. There was sorry about this. They are calling me from work. Mainly the issue was to give people and the university some indication on what we are doing and how they can involve themselves further into the development of platform, and if they want to continue working on it and so on. But students were also very, very pleased to see that government is thinking about their safety and so on. 2 info days were organized, one on the university campus, other in the city. It was mainly in the neighborhood where the biggest population of local citizens is, because we wanted to avoid tourists coming to the info days because they are not our target group. It was also successful. So citizenship awareness campaign is still ongoing for us. We will use the opportunity to conduct it to the last day to gather as much data as we can. Civil protection operators user manual says they are done, and we plan on a 3rd exercise by Igor Milic in the last week for the operators. That will be done, I don't know, maybe at the beginning of the last week of June. Set of capacity building lessons and manuals are done. That will be also organized probably in the last week of June for the policy makers, the 2-day training campaign that will involve all the policy makers and people that will also be involved in the platform. Emergency service regulatory framework is done. Final document is in the Dropbox. Pilot deployment methodology plan, okay, that was done. Use cases were done. Pilot deployment is done, but we are still ongoing on that. Evaluation of pilot deployments report is also done. The first two evaluations. The third and final one will be by the end of the project with the final results for us. Final report on implementation evaluation of pilot deployment also done by Francesca yesterday. Transfer intervention on emergency service regulatory framework, one work cafe that we organize also done. And civil protection adoption plan as a result of all these activities is also done, and the final version is on Dropbox, and we signed it yesterday. The last objectives we have are two civil protection exercises. One will be on the land and one will be on the sea. As I told you, will include more than 150 people and public also. So this is ongoing. We are still managing last activities in organizing these exercises. It was a huge challenge, I must say, because we had to do a public procurement for these two exercises, which is kind of beside the, it's not very good practice, but we were told by first level controller that we have to do it like that, otherwise it will be questionable if the cost will be justified. So the first one is on the 21st of June and the second one is on the 23rd. I will try to live stream both, so they will probably be on the YouTube channel of the project live streamed, and we will also use the opportunity to film all these exercises to make the final project video with some deliverables so that we have good media coverage of the project. Capacity building intervention for 2 days training workshop will include the policymakers, and that will be organized, as I said, the last week, and civil protection operators user manuals also last week. So basically these, let's say, 4 activities are left for Split Dalmatia County, and to finish all the documents and reports to send them to Dropbox. I wouldn't want to prolong any longer, so this is mainly what I have to say. The main thing to note is that work package 5 is officially done. All the deliverables are done. They are all available on Dropbox, and basically for us, for Split Dalmatia County, this part of the project is finished. Igor, do you have anything to add? Okay, I will give 1 minute to Igor. I'd like to thank everybody on their collaboration and on their timely response with the activities regarding to work package 5. Igor.
Thank you, Ognjen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I will continue in English, as Ognjen was also speaking English. Or I can speak in Croatian, but you don't have the microphone, so I will just continue in English. So I would just like to compliment what Ognjen said. Civil Protection Network will support these 2 exercises with evaluators. So we will evaluate the exercises, and we will try to, let's say, encourage the use of the platform by visitors. So we can actually see from the visitors of the exercise how the platform will be actually collecting the information from the emergency location. Although it's an exercise, it will be a demonstration, but still we can actually see how that will work in practice. And operators in the centers will then try to collect this information and to see whether that makes any sense for them to understand what is happening at the site. And we will do a short evaluation reports from the exercise, although this is not part of the deliverables, but still we will put it on the Dropbox so everybody can see how the exercises actually contribute to the awareness raising to the professionals in order how to use the platform. So you will also be able to see these documents in the Dropbox, and I hope that it will be useful for you. Maybe you will do some exercises by the end of this year, and you can also maybe see what we have done good in these exercises and what it could be done maybe better. I will also say that these deliverables was very challenging, but again, like I said yesterday, thank you very much for all your support. I don't know whether all the partners have done the work cafes. That was actually a part of the work package 5.3. Because I haven't seen the reports from the work cafe. So if anybody didn't share the report, please put it in the Dropbox so we can actually see what was discussed in that work cafes that are related to the emergency service regulatory framework. And if it's anything to add, I hope not, but just to see whether there is some information that could be maybe additionally used for updating the document, but I think the document is, like Ognjen said, now completely finished. That's all I wanted to say. So it was great working with the colleagues from Italy, great working with the colleagues from Croatia. I hope that we will see each other on some other projects, better in the project than in emergencies. But with this tool, I hope that we are now a little better prepared than we were before. So thank you very much for all the support. Thank you.
So, I think that we finished with the work packages presentation. Regarding if there are any other questions regarding the platform that you want to ask now or never more, because this is the last meeting. If you're still experiencing some issues, some technical problems, you want to have some last request, nothing. So we can, yes, please.
We are having capacity building sessions on Monday and Tuesday. So is everything working on the platform for us to show it during the
Può utilizzare la piattaforma per la... Sì, 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 sì.
Adesso tutto è pronto. Ok, that was all. Thank you.
Social media is connected with the platform or with your
From Agra, yes. We haven't done that because it's we need to connect social media. Okay, for Agra. Okay, so I will do that then on Friday. And okay.
There are
thank
still
you.
some partners that don't have connected the platform to the social media. Yes, that's something that block the functionality of the platform. So if you don't do it, the platform doesn't work. So that is not something that you can skip, I think.
Yes, from Pescara they did actually, and also from Venice, from the Molise region, of course. So from the Croatia side, the partner are still pending this task. I don't know if you need more assistance on that or if you need more time. We can have a final meeting with the technical assistance maybe between now and the end of the project in order to fix this issue.
Maybe Mauro, you can organize this online call to check that all the partners have done it. Because at the end of the project, for all the partners, the platform must be working. Also in case of audit or in case of control, no? Also for your first level controller, maybe they want to check.
It depends. I don't know if they are experiencing like technical difficulties, problems, or just about their legislation, privacy rules.
For Split Dalmatia County, I tried to do it before, but we have only one person in charge of social networks, and he was away for 2 weeks. I couldn't do it, but once I return after the meeting, I'll try to do it in the next week. However, as I was informed, not all social networks work the same with the platform. So, for instance, Facebook, I think it's a huge problem because it draws information only from the groups and pages we input into the platform. So we need to first identify which Facebook groups and which Facebook sites we want platform to monitor, and then we need to deliver the data to the technical assistants to input it into the platform. I think that was the case. So Facebook is a bit of problematic, but also Instagram, it's because it's the same network. YouTube is not very good for this kind of information spreading, and basically that leaves Twitter, which in Croatia nobody really uses. That's the problem. But we'll connect it. We'll connect some of the. Yes. We will connect all of the social networks, but as I said, mainly Facebook is used in Croatia, and for Facebook it's a bit more problematic to connect. But we will do it. I will also coordinate with Croatian partners to do it next week.
What we will do on behalf of the Civil Protection Network, we will talk with the national authorities and say that basically the platform can be connected to the so-called ad hoc groups that are set up on the Facebook in case of emergency. Yesterday I mentioned the ad hoc Facebook group that was set up to support the affected area after the earthquake, which had around 76,000 followers. And if the country can actually connect to this concrete page that has so many followers, so many information for a particular emergency, we can have a lot of information within the platform. But this is something that will happen ad hoc. Of course, some of the emergencies in Croatia are having their Facebook accounts, where in some emergencies, some of the followers will share some information, but this is not happening so often, to be honest. But this is a case that we can actually propose to set up this kind of procedure for all these ad hoc groups that will have so many information about the particular situation, to connect it to this concrete page, and then to get all the information in the structured way to be part of the platform, to be analyzed, and to avoid any duplications in case of, let's say, multiple calls from one particular area that has been affected. And this is something that we can propose, and I don't see any obstacles in terms of legal aspects, in terms of any other privacy aspects, why something like that couldn't be implemented.
I think that the platform need a normal Facebook account to work on Facebook, okay? So you can also open a new account, no? In order to skip all the blocking, legal, bureaucratic, and so on things. Maybe this can be a solution too, no? To open a new account just for the platform. You call it Split County, something like that. And you don't publish nothing on it, just to use it for the platform.
Yes, but I think that
You don't have to publish contents, okay? That's great.
that's no problem. We can do that. But for the platform to draw data, some data needs to be inputted on that Facebook account. Yes. So if we just
In the registration, you mean?
Yes, and we need followers on that. So if we just make an account without any followers, empty account, then no data will be transferred to the platform. That's the problem. So we need to identify at least few Facebook accounts which will be connected to the platform in order for platform to draw data from them. Because the platform cannot draw data if the accounts are not connected. So we need to identify those accounts and connect them, otherwise it will not work, for Facebook at least.
Quindi hanno bisogno di un account con dei follower? No, infatti, anche secondo me non è così, assolutamente. You don't need to have follower. Why you think that?
The Facebook account is necessary for the capture data in social media. Okay, is the account not with follower, only account, because in platform this account is necessary for the capture information. One account, one for social media, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
So I think that in order that the platform, but there is also, Marcello, maybe you can say something. The platform to get message from Facebook, you need to have just an account, but you don't need to have friends or likes, content. It's just to have the possibility to act on Facebook, or not? Da quale pagina? Vieni qua. Oppure parla al microfono.
Se quella pagina è nuova e non la conosce nessuno e nessuno ci scrive sopra, la piattaforma non legge nessun dato e sarebbe un contenitore vuoto.
Ho capito, ma la piattaforma non prende i dati da una determinata area di post di gente che li pubblica?
Su Twitter, su Facebook è collegata ad una pagina, quindi è giusto quello che diceva.
Su Facebook, quindi
Devono
sulla pagina, su
collegarlo
Twitter no.
alla loro pagina, al loro account.
So on Facebook there is this limitation, on Twitter not. So in Twitter... Ma così funziona?
Funcționează cam način.
Ma su Facebook le però leggi da quella pagina. Tu hai collegato la pagina della provincia della protezione civile.
Io trovo qualsiasi informazione sui social media.
Sulla pagina protezione civile. Su Twitter è così, perché Twitter puoi leggere dappertutto, Facebook puoi leggere dalla pagina su cui hai l'accesso. Quindi è corretto quello che diceva lui, cioè è l'account che non è che devi avere i follower, però è quello su cui quello conosciuto, insomma. Se ne apri uno nuovo devi pubblicizzarlo, devi farlo conoscere.
If I made a post in Campobasso that there is a fire, I put it on Facebook so the platform doesn't catch it.
Dipende da Facebook dove? Cioè su quale pagina di Facebook?
Sulla mia.
No,
quella...
sulla tua no, non lo leggi.
Oh.
No. No, è sempre da una pagina.
Nel
Puoi
nostro caso su quale pagina?
pagine, ma devono essere pagine di cui...
Molise?
Molise infatti ha configurato la pagina della protezione civile.
Ma io non posso postare sulla pagina della
Come no?
protezione civile? Sì, come cittadino.
Certo.
Capito. E Twitter invece no.
Twitter no, Twitter legge dappertutto.
So there is only on Facebook these problems. And do you have Twitter here? People are using in Croatia? No. Zero Twitter fan. Only Facebook.
We can make a campaign to transfer everybody to Twitter. It can be a new project.
Maybe Twitter will pay us for this.
Yes,
Okay, so it's a bit complicated with Facebook.
yes, so maybe everybody needs to also try to incorporate several Facebook pages that are active on civil
On this,
protection
topic.
topics and connect them to the platform so that we have as much inputs as possible. Because Facebook, yeah, privacy issues, it's a problem, but Twitter, it's okay. So Facebook and Instagram, it's the same
Instagram.
thing, yes.
Instagram.
And YouTube is not a channel where you, because if you need to upload something to YouTube, it takes time, and by the time you upload
And,
it, everything burns out. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so any other remaining task to be discussed? So we can close the meeting, I think, if there is nothing more to say. And thank you everybody for your patience, availability in this project, for cooperation. We hope to continue our collaboration also in the future with other proposals, okay? On this topic, on other ones. Thank you very much. Bye.